Hold up. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed.
Yo, what's going on guys, it is Sean Ace. I'm back again with another video. Today I'm just going to talk you through my year 2 hunter setup so far. I was going to wait till I got 300 light then do it, but I might as well show you my 290 light, well 296 in a minute, but 290 plus. And yeah, so basically just getting into this, I'll speed through. I'll start off with the super. So obviously I'm using Night Stalker. Some of these are a bit muddled up. I haven't got them on the ones I usually have them on, some of them. But I've got the, obviously the double jump, but I've got the better control jump. Because the third triple jump doesn't really give much air and whatever. I've also got, for my grenade, the Vortex grenade. I usually use Void Wall for PvE. Sometimes depends what I'm doing in PvE, but Vortex grenade I prefer for PvP, for like just throw it in a little hallway when they're coming through or whatever. For my actual bow and arrow thing, I've got the quiver, so I fire shadow shots up to 3 times. I usually use this in PvP because obviously then you get 3 shots to try and kill them with it or whatever, which I found is really useful. In PvE I'll either use that or black hole to tether more targets and so on. But if there's not many targets, then I'll just use Bloodbound, you know, like just gather a few that are close by or whatever, and then obviously they explode when they're killed, so the damage goes across, which is pretty handy. For my smoke bomb thing, I've got adds a toxin to the damage that damages enemies within smoke. Envenom, I don't know what that says, but yeah, that's quite handy. If I'm in a strike, I'll put the invisibility vanishing smoke on. Obviously because if all my teammates die, I can go invisible, run around. But I don't leave it on much because it doesn't last very long, so it's pretty pointless. I've got Path Forgotten, so training focused on toughness and speed. I haven't really changed it, so I haven't really even looked into changing it at all, so there's not much about that really. And here I've got Light of the Pack. Killing tethered targets creates orb lights for your allies. I find that pretty handy because obviously quite a lot of time my friends need orbs of light. Just helps keep generating them around and that. Knockdown, don't really need that. And Courage of the Pack, killing tethered targets increases recovery in that. Don't really find it needed. Way of the Drifter, training focused on all attributes. I just prefer to even it out. I don't really like to focus on certain ones and so on. And here I've got Keen Scout on, so sprint and sneak faster, gain enhanced tracker and ability to mark targets you damage. The reason I got this on is because it's obviously pretty handy being able to mark targets and that, so you can check where they've gone. Sprint and sneak faster, which is obviously a bit handy. And yeah, obviously you got the gain enhanced tracker and the ability to mark targets you damage. I've put that on instead of Shade Step because my helmet, which I'll get into now, which is the Graviton 4 feet, I think it's called. I got this from a Freya Coins drop. Well, I got the engram from the drop and it decrypted into this. And basically I've got increased intellect, heavy lifting, gains bonus super energy from heavy weapon kills on minions in the darkness. I put that on because I don't really, with the super, I only usually get about around 3 kills with it, I think. I don't know. It depends what I'm doing really. I'll probably swap between depending. Innovation, bonus grenade energy on or pickup. And this is why I don't have Shade Step on my super, because it grants it. You don't have to unlock it or whatever. It's with the helmet itself. You get Night Stalker Shade Step. So yeah, that is pretty handy because I got this before I'd even properly leveled it up much, my super, so yeah, it's nice to have that. Probably won't swap it out for anything. I do have the Skyburners annex there for backup in case I do want to like change it around or something. But it's not that high. Well, my defense is higher on my Graviton thing. Next up, I've got my gauntlets, which are the Crosshairs Revenge 2.0, and these are like really high defense. They probably won't swap these out for anything, to be fair. Like 299 defense, whatever. Oh, that's pretty high. Then I've got sniper rifle loader. So yeah, they're pretty high for rare and that, obviously. But I have got young Ahamkara spine. Yeah, and they're a year 1, but this is the year 2 version. I only bought these from Xur because they look pretty sweet. That's pretty much it. So I don't use hand cannons that often. Oh wait, I don't know, it's got sniper rifle loader, but yeah. I just like the look of this. And I always wanted it in the year 1, whatever. And for my chest, I've got Crosshairs Revenge 1.0. Another pretty high light defense, whatever, 298. Nothing really special here. And yeah, for my leg armor, I've got not that high, but 294. Basic stuff. Void double down, increased agility for 5 seconds after a void double kill. Suppose it could come in handy sometimes. Not that I'd probably notice. Then for my cloak, I've got the Heliopause cloak, the Dead Orbit one, with 297 defense. Pretty good. Increased crucible reputation and so on. Not too bad. See, I have got these here, but I'll probably never use those because I've only got like 220 defense. But yeah, for my is it class item? I don't know what they're called now. Hunter artifact. I've got Blood Soaked Charm, which I got from Eris Morn for completing a quest. 300 defense, my highest defense item at the minute. So yeah, see, it goes to weapons. So for my main gun for PvE and PvP sometimes, well most of the time, is my Suros Regime. I think I'm saying that right, Suros Regime. That's it. Kinetic damage, field choke, more. Wait, no, I might be using that one. I've got the linear compensator, more predictable recoil, slight boost to range and impact, more recoil. Spinning up this, and the longer this weapon is fired, the faster it fires, which is actually really awesome. What's called get some bullets out faster towards the end and that. So yeah, next up we have bonus damage with bottom half of magazine, chance to return half when dealing damage, which is really good because obviously when that's firing faster, it's also dealing double the damage. Is that? Yeah, oh no, not double but bonus damage. And you also get the chance to return health when dealing damage, which is really awesome. And here I've got improved range and accuracy. But also I use my Monte Carlo for PvP sometimes, don't really use it for PvE. I don't know, I just don't like PvE that much. I used to use this most of the time. My Dead Orbit Scout Rifle is really good. It's got whatever on it. I don't use it as much now. I've got my Suros Regime. Also brought the Hawk Moon, which I don't use that often. Too many people are just using it in PvP right now with Xur selling it like last weekend. But yeah, my special, I've got the Still Piercer Sniper Rifle, which I got from, was it the Gunsmith quest, I think it was. Pretty sick. It's got Perfectionist perk, which is really good. Or whatever. Yeah, I like using this a lot, and the attack's really high on it. I think, yeah, it's my highest attack weapon at the minute. But also, don't use it, but I've got the Fourth Horseman, which I got from an exotic drop. I've got the Invective, which I'm going to start using more now, because it's a pretty sweet gun. Just trying to level it up and whatever. But yeah, I've also got the Telesto, which is a sick gun for some PvE stuff like daily strikes, something when, what is it? Oh, I can't remember, but some strikes or whatever. And then I've got my package from the Gunsmith, which was the sniper rifle. I haven't used this yet, still yet to test it out or whatever. But yeah, for my heavy I've got the Suros JRB 47, which I use because it's got the tracker somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, that's it. Tracking. Yeah, that's memories I used this. I infused it with a couple of other heavy weapons that I didn't need to make it higher defense attack. Use that most of the time. Here I've just got a machine gun I got from Eris Morn, I think it was. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm keeping hold of this because I don't have any machine guns. I'm going to keep hold of it until I can find and get one and that. But yeah, I haven't used it at all, as you can see. I haven't leveled it up, whatever. Probably will later in the week or something. But for now, I can't be bothered. Oh. And my last heavy weapon is my Void Edge sword. I've leveled this up max, well I infused it a lot and then unlocked all the perks and whatever. I'm just currently doing the quest to get the exotic sword. But yeah, that's basically it for the sword. I wish I hadn't gone for the Void Edge. The one I wanted, I can't remember, it's the one that fires, when you get the exotic version it fires the little things towards the enemies, whatever, you know what I'm on about. But yeah, my ghost, I've got the Pale Dawn shell. Nice, kind of a nice little pale pink. 292 defense. I do want to hopefully get a better ghost because I'm not too keen on the look of it. Like, pink's not too bad, but yeah, it could be better. Down here I've got the VIP, what's it called now, Sparrow or whatever. Not much to say about it, it's just Black Sparrow, whatever. My ship, I've literally, for the whole time I've played Destiny, I've not unlocked any more ships. Well, since I've been playing on PS4, because I used to play on 360. Yeah, I'll just use the Rope to Heaven. Probably going to try and get some new ones soon, but I can't bother at the minute. Currently using a Be Brave emblem. I usually use this one, which there's a code for. I don't know if you can still use the code, but yeah, it is like some sort of limited edition or something. But yeah, for my shader, I got the Mostly Cloudy, which is a pretty sick one. I made a video about the new shaders in a couple weeks ago, something. And yeah, I mentioned that this is what I want to get, and I finally managed to get it, and it looks pretty sick. I've also got the Old Guard, which was another VIP one, which looks pretty cool. Goes with the Dead Orbit and all. I've got Tristes, which is alright, it's not a favourite of mine. I've got Iris something, which is like a mostly purple, bit horrible, whatever, but got this one, got to read the name, whatever. Autumn Splendor, which is alright. I haven't really got the gear to go with it, like my cloak just looks out of place and whatever. And here I've got so here I've got Cyan Star Cyan, which is actually pretty decent. I didn't actually realise I even had this. Yeah, not much to say about it. It looks alright. Could do getting a better cloak to go with it. But yeah, that's it really. I don't think there's anything else. Did I miss anything? Nope. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm going to show you this video I got from Destiny, where you type in your username thing and it shows you your legend so far. I'm just going to play it after this, but the only thing is the stats on it are really low because I used to play on 360, but then I changed my account over to PS4 and that, but I had a new Bungie account and all that, so I've had to use my new stats, which are pretty low. So when it says like 2 wins in Iron Banner and that, that's probably why. But yeah, that's it for today really, and I'll let you watch this little video. If you want to get your own, I'll put a link in the description where you can go and type in your PSN or Xbox Live Gamer tag, and it'll basically show you make a little trailer for your character, and all that. So yeah, as for now, that's it, and peace out.
weed every day. Smoke weed.